Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a very important topic, which is why so many researchers' dream fade away and how you can keep your own dream alive. Every year, countless of researchers step into the field with big dream and big desire. But along the line, so many of these dreams do fade away. Why is this so, and how can you keep your own dream alive? Well, today we are going to be sharing 7 important points why so many researchers' dream fade away, and we're going to also be sharing some important solutions to them. Those solutions are going to be helping you to keep your own dreams alive. Number one reasons why so many researchers' dream fade away is lack of funding. Several researchers have several dreams, they have ambitions, they have a lot of innovative ideas in their brain, but because there is no funding, they don't have enough resources, enough money to carry out these researches, this dream fade away. And sometimes when they don't have enough funding for this research, they find it difficult to pass their research to the next person with financial capability to carry out the research because of the fear of lack of recognition. So lack of funding is one of the major reasons why many researchers' dream fade away. And the solutions I'll be suggesting to this is researchers should apply for international funding. We have several organizations that are willing to give funds for innovative research that could impact. So I believe when researchers are faced with financial burden, they should apply for international funding, of which this funding could help them in carrying out their research. Another way they could find solution to this is by collaborative research. Researchers can collaborate with other researchers from other institutions, from other countries to carry out their research. And in doing so, those burdens that could have been encountered as a result of funding would be overcome. And the last one is researchers should build a kind of connection with industries, with research organizations. I believe industries can give out funds for researchers to carry out research because the research at the end of the day is going to be impacting them. So when researchers approach industries, they could as well get funding from those industries. The second reason why I believe most researchers dream fade away is burnout and pressure. Several researchers are faced with publication issue. They find it difficult to publish or bring out what they have researched into the general public. And sometimes they find it difficult to meet deadlines. So accumulation of all these pressures can lead to burnout. And when researchers encounter burnout, it could be devastating. In fact, some researchers will not want to rise again. So burnout and pressure is another major reasons why several researchers' dream fade away. And solutions to these that I'll be suggesting include: number one, the researchers should be able to set realistic goals. Don't set goals that you cannot achieve. Don't chew more than you can, don't bite more than you can chew. Researchers should set goals that are achievable so that it won't become a burden on them. They won't be pressurized in achieving those goals. The second one is there should be a kind of collaborative research. And even in publication, interdepartmental, interfaculty, whatever, researchers should be able to collaborate with other people from other fields in order to carry out publication, in order to carry out their research. And in doing so, this is going to limit or reduce the kind of burden they will be facing. And importantly, researchers should carry out self-care because it is not easy to carry out research, and every researcher should be able to carry out self-care. Care for yourself, care for your health, care for your mental health as well, because the pressure and the burnout could be devastating sometimes, and it could lead to serious ailments. So it is very important that researchers should carry out good self-care. Number 3 reasons why most researchers' dream fade away is lack of mentorship. When researchers lack mentorship, sometimes they feel lost and totally carried away. And we all know what lack of mentorship could cost. Researchers could be carrying out research that does not even align with sustainable development goals. They could be carrying out researches that will not even impact the community because they lack mentorship. But when researchers have good mentors, those who they are looking up to or those who are mentoring them, they'll be able to carry out impactful research because the mentor knows that he or she will always be referenced in the research, and they will not want their names to be daunted. In other words, they'll be able to assist the researchers and mentor them on the good practices of research in the area of field research, laboratory research, publication, presentation, attending conferences, and in all other areas. So mentorship is one of the most important aspects of research, and it is one of the key areas that is affecting some researchers and allowing their dreams to fade away. So how can researchers overcome the problem of lack of mentorship? Number one, they should seek mentorship very early in life. You know, as a young researcher, I'll be advising you to seek mentorship as early as possible. And also, number two, you can join, researchers can join several research association, organization. For instance, the Association of Biologists, Association of Chemists, Chemical Association of whichever country you might find yourself. Join research association. These associations are going to build you. They are going to serve as a kind of mentor. You're going to see a lot of people on the platforms that could serve as direct or indirect mentors to you. Another thing I'll be suggesting is researchers should attend conferences, seminars, and ask questions. It is very important. Researchers should learn how to ask questions. When you ask questions from those people who have gone ahead of you, they'll be able to put you through. So it is very, very important. Number 4 reasons why I believe most researchers' dream fade away is lack of visibility. A lot of people are known to have, carried out 1 or 2 researches in their field locally or wherever they might find themselves, but these researches are not known. They are not known globally. So when researchers encounter the problem of visibility, sometimes it could be discouraging, and as a result, it could discourage them to the extent that they won't be able to further with their dreams. So lack of visibility is one of the vital problems, major problems that is affecting researchers. And how can the researchers overcome this? I'll be suggesting that the researchers should make their research public by themselves. Get to join several research social media networks like LinkedIn, ResearchGate. Put up their research there, publicize them on. In fact, I would even advise researchers to open YouTube pages for themselves, explain their researches, and as a result, a lot of people will be benefiting from those researches, will be seeing them, they'll be having views, they will be having comments, and as a result, their research will become visible to the general public. And as we have all known, social media is not limited to any country now, it is worldwide. So when you put your research on those social media networks, it's going to allow the global visibility, and it's going to be motivating such researchers. And sometimes it could create a kind of collaboration link for collaborations for the researchers. Number 5 reasons why I believe some researchers dream fade away is lack of resources and equipment. Lack of resources is a major problem in research, and I believe when researchers don't have the necessary equipment to carry out their researches, they will feel left behind. What I would advise is, in this regard, is for researchers to collaborate, write to industries for funds to get modern equipment, and collaborate with other research groups in order to get modern equipment to carry out research in your field. Because if not, for instance, you are carrying out research with crude equipment, it will take you longer time, you will waste your time, you will waste your energy, the pressure will mount on you, and eventually the research won't be generally acceptable, because the equipment might be, which you have used for the research could be crude, and if the equipment is crude, such research might not be generally acceptable. Imagine using the stove for heating in the laboratory instead of using the normal heating system. We have a lot of crude equipment that could even impact the outcome of research. So it is better to collaborate, to write to organizations for help in order to get modern equipment, or to do a kind of exchange during our research, so that when you visit other laboratories, you will be able to use their equipment, and this is going to benefit your research and give it a fine-tuned outcome that could be generally acceptable to the whole public. Another reason why several researchers' dream fade away is lack of research progress. Some researchers have been in the field for a lot of years, and their progress are very, very slow. They are not making enough progress to themselves and even to their research community. So this could discourage them, and sometimes discourage them to the extent that they might drop their dreams. It's one of the very problems that is affecting several researchers. The slow career growth is pertinent to a lot of researchers, because Some of them feel the rate at which their progress is moving is so slow, and as a result, this can discourage a lot of researchers. And when this discourages them, sometimes they don't want to go into research again. So what I will advise is, just like I'm going to be encouraging those researchers that find themselves in this kind of category, that you should still keep on pushing. Be persistent in your kind of research. Since it's a good research, it's the kind of research that can impact the world. Be persistent, keep on doing it, and one day you're gonna hit the limelight. And another way through which I can encourage researchers in this regard is they should seek a kind of collaboration with people, well-known people. Write proposals to them, let them know the kind of research they make, and they're going to be encouraging them in their their field of research. Also, senior researchers can also help in this regard by serving as mentors, by advising, giving advice to the young researchers, so that they will know that they don't get to the A levels, at the initial stage of research. It takes time to get to the A level, to get to the top. So when senior researchers serve as mentors, serve as motivation to young researchers in this regard, they'll be able to know that though the progress might be slow, but the outcome is certain for them. The last reason why so many researchers dream fade away is family pressure and financial pressure. Family and financial pressure. This is one of the biggest problems. Some researchers are very good at what they do, but when the money is not coming in, when they are not getting enough incomes, they could face pressure from their family, especially their immediate family. These people could be pressurizing them to change research, to get another field, to get another means of income. And as a result, such researcher could be discouraged, and he or she could leave that field and go search for a greener pasture. So family and financial pressure is one of the problems of young researchers, even generally researchers, that could cause them to drop their dream and could make the dreams fade away. Actions I'll be recommending for this is, number one, researchers should explain their goals to their family members. They should let them know where they are coming from, where they are, and where they are going through. When the family sees the bigger picture, they will be able to understand the researcher and know that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. I'll also be advising researchers to diversify. Start consulting, start teaching, getting other things to do aside from research, so that you can have some kind of financial inflow, and with this you could be able to sustain yourself and your family. Because when the families are being sustained to some extent, they would be able to permit such researcher to carry on with his or her research, and the researcher will be less pressurized, and the outcome of such research will be beneficial to the whole public. So we have gotten all those points that could make a researcher's dream fade away. Though researcher's dream do fade, but you should not let your own dream fade. You can align with some of these recommendations we have given in this video, and you will see that at the end of the day, you'll be a flying researcher. So if you have found this video very helpful to you today, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And I will also advise, if you have some questions, you can send them to the comment section, and I will be responding to them. Thank you.